One day, Jesus was teaching a large crowd about love, kindness, and God's kingdom. Among the people listening was a lawyer who wanted to test Jesus. He stood up and asked, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" Jesus replied, "What is written in the law? How do you read it?" The man answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." "You have answered correctly," Jesus said. "Do this and you will live." But the man wanted to justify himself, so he asked another question. "And who is my neighbor?" Jesus responded by telling a story. A man was traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho. The road was long, lonely, and dangerous. As he walked, robbers attacked him. They stole everything he had, beat him badly, and left him lying on the side of the road, half dead. After some time, a priest came down the same road. He saw the injured man, but instead of helping, he crossed to the other side and continued on his way. Later, a Levite, a religious worker, came by. He also saw the wounded man. He looked at him, but chose not to stop. He too passed by on the other side. Then a Samaritan came along the road. In those days, Jews and Samaritans did not get along. Many people would have expected the Samaritan to ignore the man, but when the Samaritan saw him, he felt compassion. He knelt beside the wounded traveler and carefully cleaned his wounds. He bandaged them and gently lifted the man onto his own donkey. Then he took him to an inn where he could rest and recover. The Samaritan stayed with him through the night, caring for him. The next morning he gave money to the innkeeper and said, "Take care of this man. If you spend more than this, I will repay you when I return." When Jesus finished the story, he asked, "Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers?" The lawyer replied, "The one who showed mercy to him." Jesus said, "Go and do likewise." Moral of the story: love others, even strangers. Show kindness without expecting anything in return. True faith is shown through actions. Compassion is more important than prejudice.